So shout out to Lizzo. Lizzo has lost an enormous amount of weight over the past few years. And I just want to give her a hand cup of praise for that because she is no longer living the lie that a lot of people, and I'm gonna say women, because women are the only one who come out with this body positivity bull crap. Like being overweight, out of shape, and obese is the thing to be, especially in this country. I don't know nothing about any other country, but in this country, being overweight is an early death sentence. No matter how you slice it, because of the food and the stressors that and the other things that we indulge in this country that are so unhealthy that it just adds to the problem. You remember during the COVID-19 epidemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, um, where people were dying because they had underlying conditions, primarily obesity. They saying a lot of the people that was overweight, the majority of them could not recover from it because being that big, there's so many problems that even they may not know they have, and the Coco 19 just made this magnified the issues. So anyway, Lizzo was part of that whole body positivity campaign that made no sense at all. Everybody looked at it crazy. But you know what? People just are known to lie to themselves. My daddy used to tell me back in the day, if you tell a lie long enough, you'll start to believe it, which means you tell yourself a lie long enough, you'll start to believe it. And I think that's what people were doing, women were doing, were trying to convince themselves that it's okay. They're beautiful. It's okay. They should be able to look how they want to and not be discriminated against and not talked about, not shamed. Okay, I understand. Well, I think in some circumstances, shame should be brought back. But then you got to be careful that you don't, no, it ain't called verbal abuse, which is something that's big right now on everything. Anytime you say something to somebody about somebody and it hurts their feelings, it's called verbal abuse. Back in my day, when I was coming up, it was called the truth. And the truth hurts. But don't nobody want to be told the truth anymore. But anyway, let's get into this little story right quick. Okay. So we can give Lizzo her flowers while she's on this journey. This is from the Radar Online and reads, "She can't win. Lizzo slammed for flaunting slimmer figure amid Ozempic use rumors. Worried fans trolled her by saying the new look is contradictory to her body positivity message. And it should be. Shout out to what's that damn comedian? Monique, right? Monique. Remember years ago, back in the 90s, early or 2000s, I remember Monique was doing stand up and she embraced herself being big. And matter of fact, used to cuss out skinny girls in her stand up. But then I believe Monique was maybe told the truth by somebody who wasn't a quote unquote hater, probably her doctor, someone, maybe an x-ray, an exam, a blood test, if you will. Something came back probably and told her, look, the older you get, the smarter you get. Understand that. Supposedly. Someone told her that you are going to die early in a horrible death and go through a lot of health problems that you don't want if you remain overweight. And we'll get into some of those here shortly. And then she started losing weight, and then people start hating on her because she lost weight. And they're like, dang, remember she used to shame skinny girls? Well, something like that, I will say, hey, people deserve to change their minds. People will change the mind she deserves. She should get promoted and praised for changing her mind. So maybe she can get others to change their mind. So now we fast forward, here go Lizzo. She done figured it out. She's put the work in. The results are in, and she's continuing to put in the work. I'm quite sure she see her body, she love her body, and she's going to keep working to get it down to where she really wants it. And like I say, more power to her. So anyway, let's continue. Lizzo's drastic new look is ruffling feathers as the singer has been accused of using Ozempic in order to cut down on her weight. The 36-year-old turned heads when she attended Vanity Fair's Oscar party on Sunday evening, giving fans the latest look at her slimming figure. Despite years of urging women to embrace their bodies regardless of its size, RadarOnline.com can reveal. This Ozempic, that little, what you want to call that little diss there where they said that she was accused of using Ozempic. Lizzo, you know what? I want to go through the story because what I want to say is going to be like part of the rest of the story. So it says on the red carpet, Lizzo wore a tight black gown, putting her smaller waist on display while posing alongside her boyfriend Mike Wright. Despite her impressive transformation, some of her fans are said to be baffled by the apparent shift in thinking, calling it a contradiction. So what? Let it be contradictory. Ain't nothing wrong with being contradictory if you're doing something right and positive for yourself. I will contradict anything I said that was wrong to lead somebody down the wrong path, lead myself down the wrong path if what I'm doing is better and healthy for me. A source told Daily Mail, Lizzo has lost a significant amount of weight and is causing concern among those close to her. She's built her brand around the message "bigger is beautiful" and was so outspoken about how she felt about it. The insider added, she was such an inspiration to so many bigger women. But now that she is so determined to slim down and be gorgeous, which feels like a contradiction to who she was and what she has always stood for. The key word is was. If she was an inspiration to big women, to big backers, then why would she not be an inspiration now? Wouldn't you think she'd be more of an inspiration? People will come more and praise her, motivate her to even do more. You know, the problem with it is, I think a lot of people are just lazy. They don't want to do the work, so they'll convince themselves that, hey, this is how I'm gonna be, this is what I am, and but I'm gonna take. But then you know what? I'm gonna also say this. Sometimes they're not lazy. Sometimes they just may be doing it the wrong way, and I'm gonna get into that shortly in the story too. Fans are also quick to call out Lizzo on social media, as one person said, just shows what hypocrites the body positive folks are. As soon as they have a taste of what slim feels like, it's a 180, and I don't blame them. This is probably a person who was, talking about Lizzo when she was big, because saying that body positive bull crap was bull crap. Another added, big is beautiful, but it's not healthy. Amen. Anyone says she's ditched her branding is wrong. Whatever way she lost her weight, she has added years to her life, and I'm sure she feels great too. Exactly. I saw an article that said something about she did feel great because she feels. And you do, man. Let me tell you something. Before I go on, seriously, I tell y'all all the time. I think I'm around by 220 right now, which is like a little too much for me. I need to, like I said, drop another 10, 15, 20 pounds, and I'll be great. Uh, but I was once like 275. And I've seen pictures of myself being that big, but I can tell you, slimming down, eating less sugar, less dairy, I eat no meat. But I tell you, my problem is chocolate chip cookies. That's my biggest issue. If I can get rid of them chocolate chip cookies, man, who knows what I look like. But anyway, being 50 pounds lighter feels a lot better. Like I say, eating less sugar feels a lot better. If you suffer from like inflammation, like your hands, your joints be hurting, you get up when you get up in the morning out of bed and you walking side to side trying to wake your body up, stuff like that. You're tired, groggy. A lot of that stuff is the number one, the sugar, the dairy. That stuff causes inflammation, and then the added weight is pressure on your joints and on your organs. All that excess fat makes it hard for you to breathe because it's surrounding your organs. Probably makes it hard for you to even digest food, right? Because all your organs and stuff up squeezing together. It's not a lot of room inside your body for all this stuff, which is why you have narrowing arteries and so they get plaqued up and clogged up. That stuff is not healthy. But like I said, when I don't eat a lot of sugar, let me say it like this. If I slip up and do eat extra amounts of sugar. Non-natural. Let me say that. Non-natural processed sugars. And I eat a lot of it. I feel it in the morning and it hurts. And I don't like it. So I do, but I drink a lot of water. But what I do is, like I said, I try not to do it. If I do anything, if I eat anything, I try to be like a couple of pieces of dark chocolate when I go to bed. Other than that, during the day, my fruits consist my sugars consist of fruits for the most part. Try to stay away from the junk. Like I say, chocolate chip cookies, it's hard for me to stay away from it. So I try to get out the fresh baked, the homemade, because it's a little healthier than the ones that's in. I don't think I have eaten a packaged cookie. When I say packaged, like Chips Ahoy, anything like that, in years. But like homemade, fresh baked, I eat those because that's a little more healthier than the store bought. But I feel it when I eat that stuff in the morning, throughout the day, tired, groggy. But when I don't eat it, when I can maintain my diet, my daily routine, my normal routine of fruits, vegetables, mixed nuts, water, coconut milk, protein shakes, smoothie and stuff like that, I feel great. I feel great. So, so for people to sit there and diss this woman because she's losing weight, it's ignorant. It's ignorant as hell to me. Let me keep going. Another added big is beautiful, but it's not healthy. Anyone saying she did her brand is wrong. She has added years in life, she feel great. Yeah, I already read that. Okay. Quote, I thought being large was her trademark of using mock. Man, you got to leave that alone. I mean, when somebody's doing good, don't throw shade on them, man. Cheer them on, because this is great. Lizzo looks great like this. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's like I say she want to lose more weight, more power to it, and hope she keeps going for herself, not nobody else. And she got a dude. You know what I'm saying? She probably want to keep up with him when they in the bed. You know what I'm saying? When he in the, you know what I'm saying, when they clapping cakes. I'm sure she want to keep up with him. Don't want to be tired. Want to put him some work. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to just lay there like a log. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, want to put some work in. I understand. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Handle that. Amid her weight loss, the Grammy winner has been hit with those Ozempic accusations, but she was quick to shut them down. Lizzo instead credited months of weight training as well as high protein veggie based diet. Now remember, she said that she had tried it before and it didn't work. Remember, she went online and started crying and saying, y'all don't think I'm trying to lose weight and this, that, and the third, but I'm trying, it ain't working. That's what that body positive stuff is. You give up, so then you start convincing yourself that my body's fine. If I can't lose weight, then doggone, this is what God wants me to be. And that's a freaking lie. The songwriter even defended herself against former NFL star Antonio Brown. I wouldn't have commented on that dude. That dude throw it off in the head anyway. When he commented on Lizzo's photo showing her left hand holding a pen. She holds the pen like she holds her Ozempic shot, Brown said at that time. Lizzo hit back, holding life like an Ozempic pen. Like I said, I wouldn't have commented on that dude, Antonio Brown. Anyway, in 2020, Lizzo made it a point to inform her fans that she wants them to feel comfortable in their skin, telling Vogue, I would like to be body normative. I want to normalize my body. She continued, what I don't like is how the people that this term was created for are not benefiting from it. Girls with back fat, girls with bellies that hang, girls with thighs that aren't separated, that overlap, girls with stretch marks, girls who are in the 18 plus club. That same year, Lizzo responded to her body shamers in a blistering TikTok. Lizzo raged, I've been working out consistently for the past 5 years, and it may come to a surprise to some of y'all that I'm not working out or have your ideal body type. I'm working out to have my ideal body type, she revealed in the post featuring clips of her workout sessions. In 2023, the entertainer was sued by 3 of her former backup dancers that accused her of fat shaming, harassment, and creating a hostile environment. The harassment and discrimination lawsuit was tossed out of a court in December. Now, let's go back to what she said. I've been working out consistently for the past 5 years, and it may come as a surprise to some of y'all that I'm not working out to have your ideal body type. I'm working out to have my ideal body type, she revealed in the post featuring clips of her workout. Now, interesting how she is lost a lot more weight, slimmed down, and looked and felt better in the last few months than she had did the previous 5 years. Why is that? It's probably because she was doing it wrong. And I'm quite sure she knew what she was doing wrong, but food addiction, sugar addiction, being sedentary is is a reality. And it does take a lot to wean yourself off of sugar. It does. Not saying that's probably, I'm not saying that was her story, but I'm saying that's probably her story because sugar isn't everything. You see the sodas, you see the bread, you see cakes, cookies, etc., etc. Everything pretty much has some form of high fructose corn syrup or processed sugar in it. So it's hard, and they say that sugar is like one molecule from cocaine. So if you understand that, you understand the addiction and how it's hard to get off of because it's in damn near everything that they create. Which is why you have to, if you to me, you want to know how I used to curb and still now try to curb my sugar addictions. I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. People might say, "Oh man, fruit bad for you. There's a lot of sugar in it," but it's natural, and you can burn it and work it off easier, and you won't have as much of a crash and have like issues with diabetes as much if you use processed sugar. But that's what I would do. That eat mixed nuts, whatever the case may be, get a smoothie or what have you. That's how I try to curb my sugar addictions because sugar addiction is hard. I'm actually to sugar's hard on you. The addiction is hard. It's hard to addiction is hard to overcome. So it works hard, but once you can do that, you will be surprised how fast you can lose weight. You add protein to your diet. Drink smoothies every day. You'd be surprised how fast once you hit that, once you get through those first few days of withdrawal, man, everything just starts falling off and you start feeling better. And you are like, get proud of yourself and you get motivated every day to do more for yourself. And that's what Lizzo has done. And like I say, and I'm proud of her. But what I want to look at is a couple of things real quick, and then I will let y'all go. Let's say it's number one. I asked, went to the AI and Googled obesity rates in America, and it says, according to the for Disease Control and Prevention, the obesity rate in the United States in 2021 to 2022 was 42.4%. This means that one in four adults, over 4 in 10 adults in the country were classified as obese. It says the obesity rate is higher among non-Hispanic Black adults at 49.6%, which is damn near 50%. Damn near half of our people are obese. And I'm either am or used to be part of that crowd. I don't know. Like I say, I know I need to drop a few more pounds, so I'll take that L. And Hispanic adults at 45.6% compared to non-Hispanic white adults at 42.2%. So the country just a fat country. And we got it's just too much. Half of us, overweight or obese. And you wonder why the medical industry, now we complain about how high insurance is. We do. And how it's ridiculous. Like it's hard to afford. So you need something like the Affordable Care Act or Medicaid, things of that nature to help you afford insurance. But one of the reasons why, or one of the excuses they could use is why insurance is so high, because no one is taking preventative measures in order to stay healthy and to stay out the doctor's office and to stay away from the hospital. Because everybody, like say, if half of the country is fat and obese, it costs money. It says the obesity rate has been steadily increasing over the past several decades. In 1999 to 2000, it was at 30.5%. Oh, it said the South has the highest rate among all regions of the country at 34.7. The rate of severe obesity, defined as a BMI of 40 or higher, is also increased at 9.2% in 2021, 2022. Now, I want to say Let me see. Here we go. And I'm gonna hit one more. I Google the health risk of obesity because again, forget this whole body shaming. I mean, this body positive crap. Like I said, let's get for real. It says obesity is a major public health concern with numerous health risks, including cardiovascular disease, which means heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. Those things, as much sugar, candy, and bullcorn that you eat, cost money in the healthcare. When people go to the hospital all the time for these issues, having high blood pressure. I work, I tell you, in a field where the majority, not gonna say the majority, but a lot of our patients have high blood pressure. And with high blood pressure, sends you to the hospital. It'll send you to the hospital like all the time. It's like we can't even dialyze people because a lot of times the blood pressures are too high. So which means you got to go to the hospital, which costs money. And so if you go to a county hospital, you get there, you get in there free, but the taxpayers got to pay for it. Insurance got to pay for it. If like I say, you got high blood pressure medications, that costs money. Now, a lot of times the blood pressure medicine you might think is high, which it could be, but again, you're not helping the fact that your blood pressure is high as all outdoors. So let's say you get it for a discounted rate, but somebody got to pay it, either insurance or the taxpayers. So that's why your insurance rates can go up. Now, like I say, lay people like myself who don't have these health conditions or don't know about them, they ain't on these medications, doing all this stuff, not in the doctor's office, hospital all the time. I get upset because I know I'm like, dang, they could say tax dollars and stuff that I'm paying to help people who aren't trying to help themselves, people who constantly be on drugs, people who constantly eat hog maws and pig feet, and people who constantly just do things, be sedentary, smoke, drink, all this kind of stuff, ruining their health. I got to help pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my insurance is high and I'm not going to the doctor all the time. I'm paying high insurance. And even if I try to go to insurance, it's gonna cost me, the copay and all that stuff is gonna be out the roof. And I don't even go to the doctor like that. So I try to I just started doing my annuals maybe like last past year. You know what I'm saying? I found a brother, doctor that's close enough for me to go to. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm looking more at improving my health all the time. What else? Let's go back to another concern. Metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, fatty liver disease, and gallstones. Type 2 diabetes comes from the majority, uh, excessive sugar intake and the insulin in your body. I mean, your body's resistant insulin and stuff like that. And you know, this just goes out of whack. Diabetes will eventually destroy your organs. Now, if you overweight and you get diabetes because you're overweight or what you eat, it's going to destroy your organs to where you'll have kidney failure, to where you can have high blood pressure, to where you'll start having amputations, to where you'll have to come and see me in a dialysis clinic 3 days a week, 4 hours a day, sitting there and not moving, and going to seeing your kidney doctors at least at least once a year, if not more than that, depending on what your issues are. At least going to the hospital, every now and then because of complications. These things happen because of, like say, obesity in the way in what you do in your daily life. Musculoskeletal problems, osteoarthritis, joint pains, and back pains. Again, I told you, sugar is a big culprit. If I eat processed sugar, I feel it. Like I said, I feel it in my joints, feel it in my bones, and in my lower back. I tell people, man, if I don't eat any processed sugar, I have no back pains. But when I do eat it, I can feel it in my lower back. You talking about slip disc. We talking about in your spine, not your muscles, but in your spine. Weakens it, inflames it, have herniated disc, all that kind of stuff. happens. Obesity, excessive sugar, respiratory issues like sleep apnea. Yep, I remember. Shoo, man, I remember one time waking myself up out of the middle of my sleep because I felt myself not breathing. Just taking a nap one day. And this is back in my 275 days. Sleep apnea, asthma, shortness of breath, cancers. Then you got breast cancer, colon cancer, endometrial cancer, and kidney cancer. Other health risks: liver damage, kidney disease, urinary incontinence, pregnancy complications, and increased risk of death from all causes. Obesity can also worsen existing health conditions and increase the risk of developing other chronic disease. It's important to note that the health risk of obesity vary depending on factors such as age, gender, and overall health and status. So here's the thing. Here's the conclusion. Shout out to Lizzo. Hand clap of praise for Lizzo. You're doing the right thing. Everybody, anybody who claims that they cannot do this, she should be an example because, again, she said she had been doing it for years and it did not work. A lot of times, all it takes is a small change, and sometimes you can get that change on accident. I found out about how protein uh, helps you lose weight, boost metabolism, and grow muscle just by drinking protein shakes. And not even know I'm drinking protein shakes just because of working out and stuff. But no, come to find out if you just drink protein shakes and use this meal supplement, that you could lose weight that way, lose fat that way. Interesting. So here's the key: get out there, cut your sugar intake, eliminate your processed high fructose corn syrup and sugar intake. Fruits, vegetables, mixed nuts, and proteins, leafy greens, smoothies, things like that, coconut milk. You stick to a diet with that, and and think about it, it don't have to be so strict to where I'm eating this many calories, that many calories. You just eat those things, and that's it, and cut everything else out, and then with your regular daily activities, you'll see the weight drop. You'll start to feel better, and you have more energy. Then when you start adding exercise, more mobility, especially weight training would knock the weight off too. You do that, like I say, and you'll see the pounds come off. You'll feel better. You'll look better. You'll think better. Your health will get better, and then you ain't got to worry about, all those doctor visits and those medications and things like that, because you won't need no more, because your body, you can heal your body. You can heal your body just with making small changes every day, but you got to be consistent. And that's what I think Lizzo is doing. So shout out to Lizzo. Again, want to give her praise for what she's doing. Don't knock the sister. Don't hate on her now, because she should be an inspiration to big girls. That's what she should be right now because of what she's doing. Not people getting mad because she losing weight. Now she thinks she's better. Hell yeah, she better. Yeah, she should think she's better because she's doing the work. So she's doing better than you. So yeah, she better. If you ain't putting the work in, you can't hate. You can't hate it. And if you're trying, holler at her. She might, like I said, she probably tell you how she's doing it. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those four things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. If you'd like to support the channel, give super thanks, super chats, super stickers, and you can go to the description box where the links there you can click on and help support us there. But if you would like to give, if you would like something tangible for your money, which most people do, go to marlonmorale.com or hit that shop button below, where we got products that I know you would love. We got colognes, perfumes, silk products, handbags, beard products, and much more. Check it out. I know you will love it. With that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.